Ladies and gents, welcome to Apex Investor. The update for August the 6th. I think that's a little loud. I want to turn it down a little bit. Okay, that might be better, yeah. So you'll notice my portfolio has increased because I was able to buy some new stocks. I'm just going to maximize the screen with a disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, so that's out of the way. Okay, you know what? It has to shrink a little bit. There we go. Okay. So as you can see, let's just give myself a little bit of room. So there's my portfolio, just reviewing the day's happenings, but I'm also going to introduce you to some new stocks that I've become aware of, and perhaps these would be really good buying opportunities for you. So I bid on Disney. I bought some Disney shares, 5 shares at $89. And why did I do that? Well, if you take a look at their 52-week chart, you will see that they're actually at the very low end. Their 52-week low is $80. If we look at the 5-year, it shows us a dramatic picture. Support is 85, ladies and gents. 85. You can see that straight line all across. This was below support at 80. I'm not very bullish on Disney, but recently their fortunes have shifted somewhat with their recent theatrical offerings. You've got 2 movies in particular, Inside Out, the sequel, and the movie Deadpool and Wolverine. Let me know if this background noise is too annoying. Maybe a little too loud. But I'm really going for that cyberpunk aesthetic. And I hope I'm giving that to you in this video. So yeah, those 2 properties in particular, Inside Out 2, making over $1 billion if I'm not mistaken. The top grosser of 2024 of all movies. And you also have Deadpool and Wolverine, which is on track to make over $1 billion as well. If we just look at the top 2024 movies, I'm looking at boxofficemojo.com. Inside Out 2 made $628 million just domestically, only in North America. Deadpool and Wolverine, 407. So those 2, both from Disney, and the top 2 grossing movies of the year 2024. Now, if we look at the worldwide, number 1 and number 2, Inside Out 2 made $1.5 billion. Deadpool and Wolverine is closing in on $1 billion. So I have zero doubt that this stock will react as a result of those 2 successes, and they have many more movies to come on the way in the pipeline. Of note, 2 Avengers movies that were recently announced at Comic-Con, SDCC, San Diego Comic-Con. We've got Fantastic Four and so on. So I'm not the biggest Marvel fan. I used to be really big on them, but you can't deny success when you see it. So I am projecting Disney to go not exactly to 200. I'm going to be a little more conservative with my estimations. Not even 150. I'm predicting just this much, 120. I think that's a safe bet in the next year or 2, at least 6 months to 12 months. So within a year's time, I think we can see Disney go right back up to 120. Let's look at March 25th. They're at 120. It wasn't too long ago. Only 5 months ago it was at 120. So that's within the realm of possibility. And they're right back down to support levels right now. So this is it's in my opinion, it's a great buy. That's why I bit on Disney. I bit the bullet, so to speak. So I've got a few shares there just to increase my snowball. I've got a little snowball. I'm trying to turn it into an iceberg. So that's my first play I want to mention. I did practice what I preach, you could say, because I did do a video on Chevron on Friday, if I'm not mistaken, talking about you should buy it as soon as possible. And I did pick up a few shares of that. I'm fully expecting it to see a turnaround in the next 6 months to a year, if not less than that. I'm looking at 160 as my exit strategy, my selling price. So that's about just over $15 per share. Not too much, but just enough to get the ball rolling. It's nice to diversify. That's what you'll notice in my portfolio. Really diversified in terms of the picks here. So in terms of the new stocks, here's another new stock, Lumen Technologies. I'm bullish on this. We can see it was up 93% today. I wish I knew about this earlier, but if you look at Monday, it was at 259. Not too long ago, it was at just under $2. So this was floating around the $1 per share price. And now it's at $5. The day's range, 365 to 529. Oh, sorry about that. Price target, we don't really have a solid price target at the moment. That's up in the air. It could go as high as $100. Who knows? It's really a big question mark. But in terms of me buying the stock, I would probably wait for it to go down to $2.50 or $3 or $3 and below. And then this looks like a similar play to SERV Robotics. Not that they are a similar company, but in terms of its volatility, I should say, I could see this being traded back and forth between highs and lows. So what was the what stimulated this stock? What sparked the stock to rise? And we can see in after hours it went up another 34% for a total of, what's that, 127%? What sparked this rise? It was a deal that was announced between Microsoft, I believe. Let's just open up some news here and get some more background technology, or background information, I should say, on this stock. So they are a facilities-based technology and communications company. They provide various integrated products and services to businesses and residential customers in the US and internationally. They operate in two segments, business and mass markets. They offer dark fiber, edge cloud services, internet protocol managed security, software-defined wide area networks, secure access service edge, unified communications and collaboration, and optical wavelengths services, Ethernet and VPN data network services, and legacy services to manage cash flow, including time division, multiplexing voice, private line, other legacy services as well. They sell communication equipment, IT solutions. They provide high-speed, lower-speed broadband service, so a lot to do with the internet. But that's not what sparked the rise, the sudden rise, practically overnight, in pretty much a day. It wasn't even the Q2 performance. That was a disappointing performance in their Q2 report, their Q2 earnings. Let's just look at what they said in the Q2 before we read the catalysts for moving the stock. So they gained $5 billion in new deals. That was really what moved it. They boost their cash flow forecast. I guess this video is going to be mostly about Lumen. So people are just wondering, why did this go up 93%? and that's what we're going to investigate. Okay, so let's look at the quarterly, the Q2 report for Lumen Technologies. So this is one to certainly watch. I wouldn't buy it yet. I just said what my entry point would be, $2.50, something like that, $3, but most likely $2.50. I think it can be driven down by the shorts. They want to pick this up. They want to join the party. So quarterly loss of 9 cents per share. Let's look for a price target here. You can see it's not very bullish just from this Q2. They're saying year over year minus 11.5%. So it's not looking good from this report. But that is why things change so suddenly. It's like Las Vegas weather. AI demand drives $5 billion in new business and massive expansion of the internet. So what does Lumen have to do with this? They secured $5 billion in new business driven by major demand by connectivity fueled by AI. So they are in active discussions with customers, but this is really the one that pushed them over the edge. These two. An agreement with, I should say, a Microsoft announcement. They will more than double their intercity network miles over the next for miles over the next 5 years. So 5 years from now is going to be interesting. They also provide access to a significant amount of installed dark fiber. And in addition, Lumen has secured an agreement with Corning to be its preferred partner for its next generation fiber dense cable, which will help accommodate the increased data processing that AI requires. So the AI stocks, Nvidia, Broadcom, and so on have dropped, but this might be a canary in the coal mine to say that AI is not dead. It's not going away. This is only a bump in the road. This is a speed bump onto greater and higher heights, new heights, and higher lows. So I want to look at these other tabs before we keep going here. So the stock soared. Just want to get a little more background information as to why that is. So we're spending a lot of time on Lumen. I didn't think we'd spend this much time on it. You need a subscription. Microsoft and Corning. Okay, so it's alright, again a subscription. So we're cutting down $5 billion in new connectivity deals. So after this news was announced, that was August the 6th, 9:14 a.m. before the open of the stock market. Notice how strategically timed this announcement was. They surged right away. Okay, I'm trying to highlight with my eyes what is this simply a pump and dump? I'm still suspicious regarding the stock. Okay, Lumen boosts cash flow forecast. Okay, so it raised sharply, yes. I'm just trying to give you some highlights here. So they declined 65% in 2023 and they rebounded following a deal in January with a group of lenders. So that was a sort of tip of the iceberg moment. Then they raised their annual cash free flow forecast to between 1 billion and 1.2. So it was originally 100 million to 300 million. Now it's 1 billion to 1.2. They reported a revenue of 3.27 billion. Okay, so this is for real. They're for real now. They're not. It's not some pump and dump joke or vaporware or anything like that. So this is a for real stock. So I definitely will buy in if I free up some money, because I'm all in right now in the stock market. All my money is taken up in stocks right now and potential buys. So 3 reasons why it went up. Let's see if we can read this without a subscription. I don't think so. This is a Barron's article, so yeah, you have to subscribe. So let's look at the Microsoft deal first. Look at the details there. So this is from the official site. Microsoft and Lumen Technologies partner to power the future of AI and enable digital transformation to benefit hundreds of millions of customers. So this, to me, this feels like what Meta Materials wanted to be, but just couldn't realize. It couldn't deliver on their not promises, but their all the talk that they had put forward. But Lumen is actually delivering, and it's paying in dividend. No pun intended. So Lumen's private connectivity fabric expands Microsoft's network capacity and capability to support rising demand on data centers. Microsoft Azure to further accelerate Lumen's enterprise-wide digital transformation and drive AI initiatives across the organization and save tens of millions of dollars. So this is from Denver and Redmond, Washington. Hopefully we're not having sound issues. I feel like the wire is kind of doing some funny things here. So Lumen Technologies and Microsoft announced a new strategic partnership that will use the Microsoft Cloud to further drive Lumen's digital transformation. In addition, Microsoft has chosen Lumen to expand its network capacity. I'm only getting sound from one speaker or one headphone. So Microsoft has chosen Lumen to expand its network capacity and capability to meet the growing demand on Microsoft's data centers due to AI. Data centers have become a critical infrastructure that power the computer capabilities for the millions of people and organizations who rely on and trust the Microsoft Cloud. Microsoft is playing the leading role in ushering in the era of AI, offering tools and platforms like Azure, OpenAI Service, Microsoft Copilot, and others to help people be more creative, more productive, and to help solve some of humanity's biggest challenges. As Microsoft continues to evolve and scale its ecosystem, it is turning to Lumen as a strategic supporter for its network infrastructure needs and is investing with Lumen to support its next generation of applications for Microsoft platform customers worldwide. Okay, so there isn't an official price target for Lumen, but if I would just pull one out of the air and be conservative with this estimate, this is probably going to double digits pretty easily. I can see this going to $10, $20. So this is probably this is going to sell like hotcakes in the next couple days and weeks and months ahead. This is a steal at $5. I'm not lying. This is a really good price. I expect the shorts to short it to $2, and then it's going to go haywire. Probably reach double digits by the end of the week. Just off this Microsoft partnership alone. So this is a crazy stock. There's a lot of potential here. Lumen's private connectivity fabric. Okay. So this is a custom network that includes dedicated access to existing fiber in the Lumen network, the installation of new fiber on existing and new routes, the use of Lumen's new digital services. This AI-ready infrastructure will strengthen the connectivity capabilities between Microsoft's data centers by providing the network capacity, performance, stability, and speed that customers need as data demands increase. AI is reshaping our daily lives and fundamentally changing how businesses operate. We're focused on both the impact and opportunity for customers relative to AI today. Okay, I'm just going to scan over this and look for the highlights here. So Lumen has the network infrastructure and the digital capabilities needed to help support Azure's mission in creating a reliable and scalable platform that supports the breadth of customer workloads from general purpose and mission critical to cloud native, high performance computing and AI, plus what's on the horizon. So it's not just AI, there's a lot more that it can do. Our work with Lumen is emblematic of our investments in our own cloud infrastructure, which delivers for today and for the long term to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. So notice there is no price target for Lumen, but I think $10 is actually pretty conservative. If I were to really, exaggerate and get into some hyperbole, I could say, it could go to $40. I mean, can't really predict, but based on their the amount of shares they have and how much their earnings are, market cap is $5 billion now, and what they have 255 million. No, that's not it. Is that their? That's just today's volume. But the actual shares themselves, how many shares do they have available? I don't really see anything here in terms of the number of shares. Average volume is 22 million, but it's hard to say how many. I'd have to look at. In any case, right now it is $5. It's up $6.73. I'm thinking this could go to 10 pretty easily. Okay, I'm going to try to finish this article here. Okay, delivers for today, for the long term to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. We are preparing for a future. It's funny, I talk about the future the way this video is going. Looks very futuristic in my opinion. We are preparing for a future where AI is the driving force of innovation and growth, where a powerful network infrastructure is essential for companies to thrive. So that's Kate Johnson. She's the president and CEO of Lumen. Microsoft has an ambitious vision for AI, and this level of innovation requires a network that can make it reality. So Microsoft would not get into an agreement with Lumen if their stuff doesn't work as advertised. Obviously, they wouldn't waste their time or their money or energy, and would not allow Lumen to make this press release. But here we are. So Microsoft has an ambitious vision for AI, and this level of innovation requires a network that can make it reality. Lumen's expansive network meets this challenge with unique routes, unmatched coverage, a digital platform built to give companies the flexibility, access, and security they need to create an AI-enabled world. Accelerating growth through innovation and partnership. Lumen has launched an enterprise-wide transformation to simplify and optimize its operations. By embracing Microsoft's cloud and AI technology, Lumen can reduce its overall technology costs, removing legacy systems and silos, improve its offerings, and create new solutions for its global customer base. Lumen will mitigate and modernize its workloads to Microsoft Azure, use Microsoft Entra solutions to safeguard access and prevent identity attacks, and partner with Microsoft to create and deliver new telecom industry-specific solutions. This element alone is expected to improve Lumen's cash flow by more than $20 million over the next 12 months, while also improving the company's customer experience. So that's another added cash flow. Azure's advanced global infrastructure helps customers and partners quickly adapt to changing economic conditions, accelerate technology innovation, and transform their business with AI. We are committed to partnering with Lumen to help deliver on their transformation goals, reimagine cloud connectivity and AI synergies, drive business growth, and help customers achieve more. This collaboration expands upon the long-standing relationship between Lumen and Microsoft. The companies have worked together for several years, leveraging Copilot to automate routine tasks and reduce employee workloads and enhance Microsoft Teams. So this is news to me. I didn't know they had such a relationship. But this is what drove up the price today. It wasn't the Corning agreement. It was the Microsoft deal. This announcement regarding their partnership. But this was from July 24th. Why did this take so long to Look at this, Mike. July 24th. So let's look at their stock on July 24th. July 24th. Nothing happened. It just shot up. It looks like this news was somewhat in the dark. People were in the dark about this, and then it says $5 billion. So this is from partners that they received this $5 billion investment. And you can bet a lot of whales are buying into this stock. Just look at the volume here. 255 million. That's 10 times, more than 10 times their daily average. This is a buying frenzy. I think it's gonna be shorted tomorrow to a more affordable price, maybe $3, who knows. And then it'll drive back up to 5. I think it's gonna hit 10 though. In all honesty, I'm being conservative with my numbers and my estimate. I think this goes to $10 in the next month, very easily, if not the next week or two. This is a big deal. This isn't just, they're not just shining Microsoft's shoes, they're providing AI infrastructure. And as we know with NVIDIA, Broadcom, and so on, AI is one of the biggest sectors of any sector in existence right now. So I want to look at Corning and Lumen. They reached a supply agreement. It says, agreement reserves 10% of Corning's global fiber capacity for each of the next 2 years to interconnect AI-enabled data centers. The agreement will more than double Lumen's intercity network miles to unlock the next phases and capabilities of AI for cloud data centers, enterprises, and public agencies. So that is a good deal. Not as big as Microsoft's, but still something to add to their, another hole in the belt, so to speak. Another jewel in the infinity gauntlet. Another stone. Okay, so I think that's it for this video. I'm going to make a new one for the rest of the stocks. I think this was enough just for Lumen. I don't want to have an overly long video, so thanks for your time. And check out the next video where we'll look at the rest of the stocks.